MLS fans, I'm hoping you're having a really good day. I'm Oscar Moneyball, and in this video, I'll be using my cutting edge match simulator to help us predict the scores, the win probabilities, and the goal scoring opportunities for each one of this weekend's Matchday 16 games for the MLS 2024 season. So there's home form, there's away form, there's a lot of matches to go over, 14 matches. And I'm really annoyed because I thought I was recording this and I've spent like the last 15 minutes talking into this camera when the record button it wasn't working. Anyways, now it is, right? Let's confirm that it is. Match 1 of the Matchday 16 games, we have Atlanta United hosting Los Angeles FC. Atlanta United are expected to win this one, but the match simulator doesn't take into account that Almeida may not be playing. There's a lot of drama between rumors of Atlanta United's striker potentially leaving this summer. LAFC have been in a really good form as of lately. Boanga is putting the team on his back, has been really good at scoring goals, and this team is looking better and better every week. Atlanta United at home are a little bit better than they are away, so don't take Atlanta United for granted. Expected goals for this one is 2.1 for Atlanta United based on home form and LAFC's away form, so got to keep that in mind. Expected goals for LAFC is 1.2. Win probability is 55% for Atlanta, 22% for LAFC. The over 0.5 and the over 1.5 for each one of the teams is right there for you. It looks like this will be an over 1.5 goals easily. I can easily see both teams scoring in here, as Atlanta needs to score. They need the points. They need to get a positive result, and LAFC has just been on fire. So this is definitely either however you want to play it, both teams to score, or over 1.5 goals between both of these teams. Match 2 for this match day 16 for the MLS is Montreal hosting Nashville FC. Montreal has not played a lot of home games, so this only makes our match simulator better after we add the results of this match. However, based off their performances from their home games and comparing that to the home form from the entire MLS, the expected goals for Montreal is 2.3 versus Nashville's 1.2. Montreal are the favorites to win this one, 57% to 21% for Nashville. The overs are there for you guys to view. It looks like Montreal are very likely to score a goal. I can see this match going over 2.5 goals as Nashville can score. They have talented players, and Montreal is at home. They feel comfortable there. Will be fine. They've been on the road a lot, so easily over 2.5 goals. Maybe parlay that with the over 1.5 goals between both teams, or both teams to score for some even money or plus money. And if that doesn't give you any plus money or even money, I'll give you guys another bet that I had built as I was going on. Match 3 is Charlotte FC hosting Philadelphia Union. Expected goals for Charlotte 1.0, Philadelphia Union 1.4. Charlotte at home, they're really solid. They're okay with keeping a game 0-0 and scoring a goal and just holding on tight to that lead. Philadelphia Union, though, are a team that can score, and they also concede goals. So this could be, a 1-1 game. This could be a 2-2. This could be a super high scoring game, and it's unpredictable in this case because there's no real winner here. The probabilities for either team to win this match are very low. 29% for Charlotte FC to win this match, 21% for Philadelphia Union. There is some good opportunities there if you like to bet, for you to get some good odds in this game for anything really, for the goals, for maybe even a double chance between, if you want to go. It's hard, right? Because the expected goals we see Union have more than Charlotte, but the win probability is in favor for Charlotte. The over 0.5 goals for Union is at 74 and 65 for Charlotte. There's some opportunities there if you want to take advantage of that. Maybe the Union score would be a good one. We'll see. I'd stay away from this one personally because I don't really keep up with these teams. But maybe keep an eye on the Union squad for that. Not the lineup, but their subs to see if Kevon Sullivan is finally starting to get called up, as he has a meeting or an appointment to become part of U.S. history for sure as one of the youngest players. DC United match 4 hosting Chicago FC. Expected goals 2.2 versus Chicago's 1.4. DC United are the favorites to win this one, 54% to 23% for Chicago FC. I would add DC United. This would be a third leg to this parlay that we're building. DC United to score. Maybe even if you a straight bet would be DC United over 1.5 goals, as it's pretty high there. 86% for them to score the over 0.5 and 62 for the over 1.5. That'll probably give you some good odds and make that parlay worth your while. Chicago FC have just been really disappointing. Whether they're home or away, they just can't click. They have some good players, but that's not enough. That's not enough, at least for them. It is for some other teams, but not for them. We'll see how it goes for them. Match 5, another complicated game to gauge as New England Revolution host NYFC. Expected goals for New England is 0.9 to 1.4 for New York City. The win probability for New England Revolution is 25% and 48% for New York FC. They are the favorites. New York FC, though, did start the season really, really strong with sort of a spike in their performance. There has to be a regression at some point, and as of the past couple of weeks, they've been shaky. They've lost some games, they've tied some games, they won a couple of games. Could this be a game where we see a regression from this NYFC squad? A New England Revolution squad at home that they'll be happy with 1 point. So if they want to get that point, they're going to have to play spectacular against a team that's been on this roller coaster ride of performing really well and underperforming. So we'll see how it goes for them. Moving on to the next match is Orlando City hosting Columbus Crew. Expected goals for Orlando City is 1.0 versus Columbus Crew's 1.2. Win probability for Orlando City is 29%, 42% for Columbus Crew. The overs for here tell us that there's not a huge chance for us to see a high-scoring game here between these two teams. Columbus Crew does have to play this CONCACAF Champions Cup coming up versus Pachuca. It would be a shame for them to go all out and lose some key players going into that final match. However, they did get a good result last week. They've been able to continue climbing and walk away with 3 points, 1 or 3 points. They're consistent. I'd say Columbus Crew should take this match, even though Orlando City, put it this way, Orlando City won 0-1 in their match versus San Jose Earthquakes. And the San Jose Earthquakes, they're my beloved team and all. I love them. I'm actually going to be going to the game tomorrow for the Earthquakes. I went to Sacramento to see them lose in the U.S. Open Cup. Gosh. Yeah. I don't think Orlando City has the squad depth to make a huge impact to the Crew versus the Crew. However, we just got to see the lineup. That also has a lot to do with how they play tomorrow. Keep an eye on the lineup for the Crew. Match 7, halfway there. Toronto FC hosting FC Cincinnati. Toronto FC have been spectacular this season. Not one of the best teams, but they look really sharp. They could score some beautiful goals. They are picking up momentum, and that's exactly what you want to see. FC Cincinnati started the season really bad, but Luciano Acosta is giving us glimpses of his MVP season. putting Cincinnati on his back, scoring, assisting, just doing it all for Cincinnati. And could it be enough for them to win this match? We'll see. Toronto FC expected goals 1.3, FC Cincinnati 1.4. Win probability is really close, but the edge is given to Cincinnati. 39% win probability for the away team to win this one, 35% for Toronto to win. The overs, the over 1.5 and the over 0.5, tell us that this will be a both teams to score match, and I feel really confident with that. I feel really confident based off what I've been seeing from Toronto and Cincinnati. Cincinnati needs to go all in, needs to get some points. Toronto have just been spectacular. They're at home. They can score. Why not both teams score, right? Maybe add that to your parlay, or use some of the bets I've given here and break them out to see where you can get some even money, create some more plays for you. Match 8, FC Dallas hosting Real Salt Lake. I'm not really keeping up with FC Dallas, although Real Salt Lake, they're outstanding. Their offense is really good. They have potential to go really far into the playoffs with Arango. Diego Luna, if he wakes up on a good day, this guy can put a banger in the back of the net. Expected goals for this one is FC Dallas 1.0, Real Salt Lake 1.4. Win probability for Dallas is 28%, which is really low, versus Real Salt Lake's 44%. They are the favorites to win this one, and the overs tell us here that we can expect to see Real Salt Lake scoring. Maybe not so much for FC Dallas, but soccer is very unpredictable. You just never know. I'd feel comfortable maybe with a double chance for Real Salt Lake, and for them to score. It'd be hard to see an over 1.5 from either team. Maybe both teams to score, but maybe just go with the winner on this one, or a double chance with Real Salt Lake. Match 9, St. Louis City hosting Seattle Sounders. The Seattle Sounders squad that has been on the road a lot this season, just like Montreal, except Seattle. There's no exception, right? I'm sorry, there's no exception. Just St. Louis City is really solid at home. They haven't been as remarkable as they were last season. However, they still have talented players. They have a really good squad. They know exactly what they're trying to play. They have a good philosophy, which is exactly what you need to just keep moving and building forward. Expected goals for St. Louis City is 1.2 and 1.0 for Seattle Sounders. The win probability is in favor for St. Louis City, which I feel comfortable with that. 41% win probability for them and 31% for Seattle Sounders. The overs, nothing that stands out there. They're pretty average overs, and I'd just go with St. Louis double chance and Real Salt Lake double chance. Maybe that'll give you even money or close to even money. The next match is Colorado Rapids hosting Minnesota United. Colorado Rapids had a really entertaining game last week versus Real Salt Lake, I believe. Now, whenever I see a game like that in other leagues, maybe it's expected for Colorado to keep scoring because they were just able to score and score and score. They did, however, blow a really comfortable lead versus Real Salt Lake, which is why I think Real Salt Lake is a threat. But Minnesota United also have a really good offense. I mean, they don't have any players that stand out. They just have a good, playing style, and they sync really well together. I'll be curious to see how they approach this game. Speaking about Minnesota, because Colorado Rapids are really good in transitions. If you give them a lot of space, if you try to attack them and give them a lot of space, they're really good at exploiting that space. Minnesota United, though, are the favorites to win. Expected goals for Minnesota United is 1.7 and 1.4 for the home team. 33% win probability for Colorado, 43% for Minnesota. As I mentioned, they are the favorites. The overs tell us that we can expect both teams to score in this one, which I feel great with. That'd be entertaining, so let's just keep it at that. And then the overs drop dramatically. The edge is there for Minnesota for them to score over 1.5. Let's just go with both teams to score. I don't know about the winner. Maybe Minnesota United will win and both teams to score. That'd be something I'm comfortable with. LA Galaxy, a team that was struggling with the regression that I was speaking about earlier, they're back at home, right? They're playing against a Houston Dynamo squad that hasn't been that great. However, that doesn't mean they're bad. A Houston Dynamo squad that feels comfortable with the 0-0 game and hopefully scoring a game. They have had some games where they score a lot and they concede a lot, or they outscore the team significantly. But an LA Galaxy squad that I feel has way better players than Houston Dynamo. Expected goals for LA Galaxy is 1.8, 1.2 for Houston Dynamo. Win probability for Galaxy is 50%, 26% for Houston Dynamo. And the over that stands out a lot in this one is over 0.5 goals for LA Galaxy to score is 82%. That's a bet that's worth taking. Maybe LA Galaxy over 1.5 goals. Over 1.5 goals in the team between both teams together, just to be safe and parlay that with something else. I think Galaxy win this match. Match 12 is Portland Timbers hosting Sporting Kansas City. Portland Timbers expected goals 1.7 versus 1.4 for Kansas City. Win probability is 42% for Portland and 32% for Sporting Kansas City. The overs are in favor for Portland. Portland is a squad that can create a lot of volume, can score. They also have a very leaky defense, so anything could happen as both teams can score on this one. However, from inputting the data into this match simulator, I have been noticing that Sporting Kansas City is always in a deficit when it comes to XG and XG against. They always concede a lot more than what they are able to create, which speaks volumes. So Portland, with the type of quality of players that they have, players like Jonathan Rodriguez, that's new to them this season, and with Portland's recent game against the Earthquakes, coming back and winning that game, it's remarkable. Even though they were a man up, it's still remarkable. So I think Portland do win this match, and they continue their road to being one of the best teams, right? I don't think they will be a good team for a while, but they have a lot of history, and they've been pretty good these past couple of seasons. It's a shame to see where they're at the moment. And match 13 is the San Jose Earthquakes against Austin. I would hate to see this. I don't want to look at the predictions because I'm going to be going to the game tomorrow, and I would hate to. I've gone to games at PayPal Park, and when I know or I feel like I know the result, it kind of just ruins the game for me. Yeah, but I'll watch it. I'll watch it because I already did this whole scene of like, hey, when I thought I was recording, I was like trying to block it and trying to skip to the next game, but I already saw it. So San Jose Earthquakes, 0.9 goals. Austin FC, 0.7 goals. The Earthquakes are the favorites to win, 36% to 27%. No real winner there because there's a lot of room for the draw or any team to take the remaining percentage that's up in the air. The overs there don't look really high for either team. And based off the performance that I saw from the Earthquakes against Sacramento Republic, which is a USL team that they faced in the US Open, the Earthquakes just lacked volume, creating chances to score. And I think that was evident against Orlando City in the match last week. Yeah, they have this new DP player, Hernan Lopez, which has been really good. He's been really good. But they just don't create volume. Like, if it isn't Hernan Lopez doing something extraordinary or a cross from Christian Espinosa, there's nothing else that this team can do. There's no creation from the mids. Sakiris is playing in a deeper role now that Hernan Lopez is in. Jackson Jewell or Morales in the center mid aren't really creating a lot of volume upwards. They just rotate and maintain possession. They don't really create. they leave it all in the hands of Hernan Lopez or Cristian Espinosa. And when you only have two target men to defend, it's really easy to eliminate them, right? But we move on. There's one more game, and I feel very sorry for my Vancouver fans. I don't really think I have fans from Vancouver. Hardly anybody watches these videos. But Vancouver was expected to host Messi, Suarez, Busquets, and a lot of these high profile players that Inter Miami has. But I believe I saw it on X this morning that they're being rested this game. So you have a sold out crowd. Inter Miami's doing this again, huh? They did that in their preseason matches. But it is what it is, right? Inter Miami. So the simulator doesn't take that into account, that these players won't be playing. It's not to say that Inter Miami don't have quality players if it's not Suarez, Messi, or Busquets, but Suarez and Messi have been carrying this team with their stats, goals, and assists together. Just them alone, take them out, and what do you really have? Yeah, you have Rojas. Yeah, you have other players, but it's not going to be the same. I really enjoy Vancouver squad. I like how they play. Expected goals for Vancouver is 1.5, 1.7 for Inter Miami. The win probability for Vancouver was 35%, 40% for Inter Miami. The over 0.5 goals is pretty high for both teams, so I'd say this could be both teams to score. And I'd call it a day there. I wouldn't even touch anything else after that. I don't know whether Vancouver will win. I don't know if Miami will be able to get the result, get the 3 points without their key players. So with that, with so much uncertainty, let's just go with the both teams to score and leave it. Just go, walk away. Place that bet and walk away. All right. Thank you so much for sticking until the end of this video. I appreciate you all. Let me know in the comments if there's any matches where you think that there's a discrepancy in the match simulator results. For example, the Atlanta United versus LAFC game. Atlanta to win? Wow. I'm sure that'll pay very nice. What else? What's another game that has some controversy there for me? The Charlotte FC Philadelphia Union game. I know that there's the Philadelphia Union fans run deep. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let's go with the next one. LA Galaxy against Houston Dynamo. What do you think about that game? I think LA Galaxy are really good and they will continue to give us positive results. But anyways, enjoy your weekend. Hug your loved ones. Drink some water. Peace out.